Hi Capricorn, here is your reading for the week commencing May 8th through to May 14th. Now I have already pre-shuffled and laid out your cards, so we're going to get straight into your reading. Now, the overall energy, is the Knight of Wands. Now, the Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. So some of you may very well be involved in some form or another with one of those fire signs, but it doesn't have to be. This could also be talking about your energy this upcoming week. This Knight is a very passionate person. He goes charging into things, okay? He doesn't always think before he does something. And he is very prone to changing his mind. As I said, he rushes in to new things, into the pursuit of new ideas. The thing with this Knight is he can become very bored very quickly. And like I said, it's because he's looking for adventure and excitement, because of that passionate, fiery energy, that he goes charging into things. But like I said, doesn't think first and ends up changing his mind and goes charging in and charging out. So you could be dealing with somebody here that, like I said, comes in and out of your life. It could be a personal relationship, it could be anything. Or, like I said, this is talking about your energy this week. How there may be the need this week to think something through first. Resist acting without thinking. Now, what's crossing that Knight? We do have your own energy here. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. And this is your energy being an earth sign, okay? As well as Virgo and Taurus. Now, when this Knight is reversed, it can talk about somebody that is quite pompous and quite dull. Can also be quite complacent. He can be described as a passive-aggressive type of person. He's the kind of Knight that does little but expects a lot in return. But it can also talk about feeling stuck in a routine, feeling as though life has become extremely boring and mundane. Now, down here, we've got the Three of Swords. It is reversed, which I would rather see it in this way, okay? Yes, the Three of Swords can talk about third-party situations. And yes, it can talk about sadness and heartbreak and grief. But it can also talk about the need to get to the heart of the matter. The fact it's reversed, if we're talking about a painful situation here, it talks about a recovery from that. The swords are falling out here. So it shows that a healing process is going to take place. But I feel for a lot of you that this is more talking about how recently you have got to the heart of this situation. Maybe you have been dealing with somebody that charges into your life and back out. Maybe you are feeling stuck and bored and craving a change. I feel this is more, as I said, talking about realizing what it is that you really think about somebody and maybe what it is you really want. I think it's more talking about that than an extremely painful situation or a third-party situation. Now, in your recent past, we do have the Two of Swords and it is reversed. This card can talk about, sometimes it can talk about feeling as though you are the one that constantly has to be the peacemaker. And there can be an element here of feeling as though you have become a bit of the dumping ground for another person's worries and concerns. The thing as well with this card is it can talk about feeling overwhelmed by another person's point of views. It can talk about disagreements. But it can as well talk about deception in a partnership or a lack of trust. It can talk about how there may be hidden lies here that may be distorting your understanding of a situation. And you may need to dig a little deeper in order to get to the truth of the matter. Now, this is in your recent past. So it may be something that has just very recently started to take place here. The other aspect with this Two of Swords is when it's in its upright, it talks about somebody having the blindfold on, knowing they have to make a decision or a choice here, but choosing to keep that blindfold on because they don't want to have to deal with the situation. When it's in its reversed, it can talk about that blindfold now coming off and you starting to see the situation for what it really is, or feeling able to make the decision that you've needed to make. See, that's why I feel this Three of Swords is more talking about getting to the heart of the matter here, because I feel for some of you, the blindfold has now come off. And you're able to really see a situation or a relationship or a person for what they really are or how they really are. Now up here we've got the Seven of Wands. This talks about challenges and obstacles on the horizon, okay? It talks very much, it can talk about feeling as though you are being compared to somebody else. Or it can talk about how you may feel you're constantly needing to prove yourself to someone. The thing with this card is it can talk about heavy challenges. It can talk about heavy challenges to your position. It can talk about you trying to maintain your position in something. The thing with this card is it talks about perseverance. If you can persevere and get through these challenges, then, and it may actually require a superhuman effort here to be able to do so. But it can talk about you winning that prize, you succeeding here. But it's going to take perseverance. Now, your outcome card, we've got the Hermit, which is Major Arcana, and it's number 9. The Hermit card, it talks about how you know your path forward. You can see your path forward. But there's a need at the end of this week for you maybe to go within yourself, to explore what it is that you are thinking and feeling. Maybe to go within to be able to gain some more insight and more knowledge about someone or about what it is that you are truly wanting here. I think for a lot of you, we are talking about a relationship here. And it may, as I said, be that you're involved with a fire sign, or maybe that has somebody that has those characteristics here. I feel that this Knight of Pentacles is more talking about you, but it is possible maybe for some of you, you might be involved with another earth sign. There's definitely some issues within this relationship, and there are some challenges. There is the need, as I said, I do feel, for you to get to the heart of this matter. And it may require you to have some solitude time. Because I think the blindfold very recently has come off for you. And as I said, you've started to see someone or see something or you've started to try to deal with this situation rather than keep the blindfold on and pretend it's not happening. Because that's what I think you've been doing. You know you've needed to deal with a situation here, but you've kept that blindfold on and chose to somehow sweep it under the carpet and pretend like it's not happening. But this week, for some of you, I do feel that that situation's going to change. The blindfold has come off. And I think this week we're going to see you determined here to resolve or deal with whatever has to be done. And it is going to require perseverance. And there may very well be some challenges. Or you may feel that you are being challenged by somebody else in some form or another. So Capricorn, that does conclude your weekly reading. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for liking, sharing and subscribing to my channel. Please have a great week and take care. Bye.